Let's just say that Elon Musk has some new thoughts on remote work. He commented on a Twitter post showing a leaked email to Tesla office employees that said remote work was no longer acceptable, saying that employees unwilling to comply with office work should pretend to work somewhere else. His quote, let's talk about it with Tom Gimbel, LaSalle Network CEO, and Tsedal Neely, Harvard Business School professor and author of Remote Work Revolution. So, Tsedal, let's start with you. You literally wrote a book on this. Now, there's been some back and forth. Was Musk talking to everybody or just sort of top executives in his company? Either way, your take on Musk's comments.
Of course, there's no doubt that he can set the standards for his company as a leader, the best approach he sees fit. And there's no doubt that those who are recipients of this decree will have the option to determine whether they'll go along or not. But unlike the vast majority of CEOs that I've spoken to, he is saying what everyone wishes they could do without losing people. But the fundamental question for me is, what problem is he solving for? What visibility is he worried about? To what extent is this about perception of work or the substance of work? So there's a lot to unpack here, but he's doing something many wish that they could do, but there's a big risk here. He may lose people.
He may lose some people. Tom, let's take it full circle. In the commercial break here, by the way, which is sometimes the best part of the show, we were talking about Marissa Mayer, the former CEO of Yahoo. And Marissa Mayer, a number of years ago, I don't know, Becky, what year it was, basically said, nobody's going to remotely work because we've been tracking your VPN activity and you're not working. She actually said it first before Elon Musk years ago. I mean, Elon Musk is probably not going to say something without some data. Do you think he's getting cooked for this? Is there anything behind it, though?
Well, I think Elon Musk has a track record unparalleled with how many billion-dollar companies he's created and has a vision for how he believes teams need to work in order to achieve results. And that's been proven time and time again. And so the balance of a non-pandemic remote work culture forever, we've never seen before. And we don't know what those results are. Are we going to bet on the individual who's had a track record unparalleled in business, or are we going to go with a philosophy that may or may not be true? And we know that teams working together tend to have more creativeness, accomplish more. And there's actually, and I run a recruiting and staffing firm, that there's less turnover in a non-virtual world. And when you're running Tesla, the leading automobile company and innovator in the world, I think that you have the ability to make those decisions.
So we were speaking with Steve Leisman earlier. He did this huge study just talking about how people are feeling about their jobs and their paychecks at this point. A lot of people are not satisfied with the raises, but a significant portion are okay with it. But Steve was just saying through this, reading through the comments, a lot of people are okay with a pay raise that is not keeping pace with inflation because they are allowed to work from home. That's a huge benefit, not only on their time commitments, but also it's effectively a raise. You don't have to pay for the commuting costs that you were paying before. And with gas prices so high, that's a big deal. I can understand companies saying, OK, we don't want to pay more to employees right now, so we will give them these benefits that they seem to treasure so deeply. But everything swings on a pendulum, and it seems like things have swung pretty far. When it's a tighter job market, my guess is that employers will not allow these same freedoms that they are, at least on this scale at this point. Do you agree?
You know, when COVID hit, many people said that they were saving some $5,500 a year from the commute expenses, the lunches, the coffees, etc., which is significant. And now you add this inflationary environment. So there's no doubt that there's a cost to commuting to work that people don't want. And there's also the time factor, which takes them away from the work-life flexibility that they've been able to achieve with their families. But I will say, when I hear Elon Musk, when I hear my friend Tom, there's some biases. I mean, Elon Musk is in the car business. He wants people to commute. My friend Tom is in the in-person employment business. So we have to be very honest around our biases compared to the fact, the empirical fact, 30 years worth of data that remote work and hybrid work actually increases performance. It does not decrease it. It increases performance.